Okay, for section 1.3 for college algebra, almost every problem just requires you to find the slope given some information. So there's different ways to ask it, but and I'll review that as we go here. But the basic introduction to it just be giving you 2 points, find the slope between those 2 points. So the slope equation is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And if you want to, you can label these. This is x1, y1. That just stands for, hey, that's the first point. And this is x2, y2. And all you have to do then is fill in the values into this equation. So the problems are fairly short. That problem is done. However, there are a few different ways to ask this, okay? So another example, they could ask you to find this, AB with the little line segment on top. And that's, this isn't geometry class, but that's a geometry way of saying we've got this line that connects point A and point B, and they're asking you to find the slope of that line. Okay, so again, it's just y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And again, if you're new to this, it's okay to label, hey, this is my first point, this is my second point. That's why it has those little 2's and those little 1's. Then it's just a matter of doing the math, okay? For slope, usually it's preferable to leave it as a fraction. You'll see why in the next section, but decimals, like this one would be 1.4, I think. That you can work with that, but fractions are better. So let's say I give you 2 more points. Let's say 3 comma 7 and negative 5 comma 7. So the slope for that is going to be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Well, that's 0 over negative 8. Well, that's 0. And so I want to, make a point of this. It's okay to have a slope of 0. That's a special type of line. That's a horizontal line. Okay. So we'll do more with those in the next section. And we could do vertical lines as well. That's where you have a 0 on the denominator. The slope will be undefined. But the other type of question that they're going to give you is sometimes in function notation. All right. You can read through the assignments and stuff, but this, if you're given something in function notation, this is really just a different way of giving you ordered pairs, okay? So don't stress out too much if you see that. You just have to find the slope. You just have to remember this is an x value, that's a y value, input, output. This is an x value, that's a y value, input, output. So just be careful on that, and you should reduce your answers. And again, you'll see why later. Now, there's 2 more types of problems in this section. Another type would be if they give you an equation, find the slope and y-intercept of this line. Let's say 2x plus 4y equals 8. So in this section, if you've read the textbook, they do give you this equation, y equals mx plus b, which many of you probably already know already. So if we can get these equations into y equals form, then we can write the answers very quickly. We can write the slope. The slope is m. We can write the y-intercept, okay? So it's just, these are two-step problems. You just have to get y by itself. And right there, then that reveals the slope and y-intercept for you. So the slope is -1/2. The y-intercept is 2. All right. But remember, MyMathLab might be really picky about that. The y-intercept should be written as an ordered pair, okay? Like that. So I'll do a couple examples of word problems here next, but I'll do that in the next video.